Okay, here we go. First test of a new mount on my bicycle. Might be kind of rocky. Let's see what happens. How you guys doing? It's Victor, and I've got a microphone strapped to the bottom of my bicycle here. It's just a test. I'm probably not going to do this a lot. I've got a new camera coming. It'll be more interesting, but I just want to test this new tripod that I connected to the front of my camera. It's mostly showing me, but you know, I'm also interested in the sound to see how the sound is. Of course, there's a lot of wind, a lot of cars, but the microphone is closer to my mouth. It's about, I don't know, a foot and a half. It's a cold as hell Monday morning, January 18th. The declaration of emergency, state of emergency has been declared. Sengen is declaration, Sengen. Anyway, and I'm on my way to work. I'm going to try to take you guys through some more scenic parts. Let you see the neighborhood, but you'll see it behind me. Anyway, how's everyone doing? It's we're we're into our third week into January, into 2021. It's the 18th here, which means it's actually the 17th in the States, where most of you are. And that means 3 more days of Trump. So my condolences for those of you who are saddened by this news. And my hearty congratulations to those of you who are happy. I'm not necessarily happy. I'm kind of relieved because I'm just hoping that the news will focus on more important things than just whatever Trump's tweeting out. Because I think we've spent too much time on the presidency. If you really think about it, the presidency is not nearly as important as other things in our life. Anyway, so I've got this tripod connected to the handlebar, and it actually extends 3 meters, which is kind of pointless. I just realized that, and this weird tripod has only 2 choices. You only have 2 choices. It can either be very, very short, well, like this, which is almost arm's length, or it can be 3 meters, which is way too long. And the microphone wire wouldn't even reach that long. But I also, for some reason, it won't lock on 3 meters. I got to figure it out. It's boring. Anyway, let's see if we can get into traffic here. We're squeezing the traffic, and it's going to disturb some of you. Let's see. Squeezing the traffic here. Oh, cool. Oh, not really. I'm not getting the lights here, so I think just do a little waiting at the red light here. Go to Nagoya Station. I want to go through a little more scenic part of Japan today, so I'll take you there. Like no cars are coming over here, so I'm going to slowly walk across through here. And we are off. Nagoya Station is about a 5-minute walk that way. And this is Nakamura Ward, which is the 7th most expensive ward in Japan. The first 5 wards, I believe, are in Tokyo. Oh, and then the 6th ward, the five most expensive wards are in Tokyo. The 6th most expensive ward is in Osaka. Then Nagoya Station, near Nagoya Station. And then again after that it's Tokyo, Osaka, whatever. They're building a maglev, magnetic levitation, maglev train line from Tokyo to Osaka. The first legs will be to Nagoya, and there apparently will be 2 stops in Nagoya, near Nagoya Station, and one I heard yesterday in Sasashima, which is where there's a Zepp concert hall there, and a movie theater, and a Starbucks, and a shopping mall, and a hotel. Also, Aichi University is there. But the current Shinkansen traveling time from Nagoya to Tokyo is an hour and 40 minutes, I think. And apparently, from what I've heard, the maglev will be, I think it's slowly falling down. The maglev will be 40 minutes. So that is an incredible time saver there. And will cost 15,000 yen. Looks like this is slowly falling shorter and shorter. Looks like my tripod is slowly falling. I'll adjust it later. Anyway, so because of that, because of the maglev, the property around Nagoya Station, which is kind of where I live, is going up in value. It has been going up in value since they announced it years ago. So you would think that they're building a lot of things there, right? But actually, let me see. How do I do this? Actually, there we go. What has happened is that a lot of people are holding on to their land, and they're not buying, they're not selling. They're just waiting because the maglev is scheduled to be completed in 2027. The first leg will be completed in 6 years. Probably a little more than 6 years, right? It's only January now, so 2027, who knows when exactly. And the second leg, the leg from Nagoya to Osaka, will be completed in 2037. So there's a lot of time there. But anyway, people are holding on to their land in the Nagoya Station area, Nakamura Ward. And what that means is a lot of those, a lot of old, dilapidated buildings, they're not being sold or renovated or being built on. Basically, buildings are crappy in that area. I'm going to go a little bit south here because there's an interesting road thing down here. You'll be able to see a little more scenic part of Japan. Of course, with me in the taking most of the frame, it's just an experiment. In the future, I can turn this thing around. Wow, what the hell is that? Oh, that's that car. A Lexus. A very loud Lexus just drove by. Okay, so that's what's happening here. Now I see that they've declared a state of emergency in Nagoya. Here we go. This is a nice street I like. I'm gonna turn left into this kind of covered street. Yeah, that's one of my favorite streets. And I think it's called N something G. Whoops. Look at that. Well, Endoji. This is called Endoji Temple or Endoji neighborhood. Let's squeeze in a little bit. Excuse me. There we go. It's a really bumpy road. But this is Endoji. They've got pachinko parlors and old stores and new stores all mixed up. There's a place that takes the gunk out of your feet. There's izakaya there, little pub. There's and you're not allowed to bring your cars in here unless you're working here. There's an old traditional Japanese sweet store, old coat store. And one of the weird things about Japan is there's a lot of old coat stores with really old-fashioned coats that old people shop from, I guess. It's kind of weird. There's so many. Here's a supermarket on my left / material store. Yeah, this is a really nice neighborhood though. I like it here. I took some videos here the other day with my new iPhone 12, which is pretty cool. We're passing some construction now, so you'll see behind me. There's up that road there. You can see it there behind me, right? There's a Nepalese restaurant there. A lot of those have popped up. A lot of Nepalese have immigrated to Japan. One of the things I have to be careful about with this tripod is that it sticks out a good meter in front of me, so I have to be careful not to get in traffic or anything. I hope the sound's coming out okay. I can't tell. I've got this microphone right underneath me. That's coming out there. The vaccine seems to be in Switzerland already, in America already, in England already, but not in Japan. It's not coming here until the end of February. And something that's kind of annoying about the Japanese in general, many of them, is that they seem to consider themselves almost a different species. I'm sure you've heard Japanese often talk about themselves, we Japanese. That's something that's actually very normal in the Japanese language. You'll say, the actual translation is, we Japanese, blah, 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 blah. I'm about to pass a guy who's collected cans. I'm not going, oh, he's going to be off camera by the time. Off camera now. Oh, you see there, see? On camera there, see? Anyway, in the Japanese expression, watashi ni Nihonjin wa, which literally means we Japanese, which in English sounds a little exclusive or exclusionary, as in, we're Americans. But what I'm saying is that I'm pretty sure the Japanese are going to assume that the vaccines that work on most of humanity will not work on them, without testing at least, right? So while you've heard of probably every other industrial world or country has gone out and bought all the vaccines, I've heard very little from Japan. I think we're really behind the ball here. And the initial testing, the initial vaccinations, let's go this more. The initial vaccinations will be, of course, the health workers first, and then old people, which is a lot of Japan. You have to remember, the average age of Japan is something like 46 or 47. It's really, someone look it up, I forget what it is, but it's pretty old. It's not like Africa where the average age is like 16 or something. Anyway, I love this neighborhood that you see behind me as we travel. The old wood houses. It's often amazing to me that this is more touristic. The land prices here must be pretty high. I'm going against traffic, by the way. It's a bicycle, you're kind of forgiven for that. Oops. Really nice area though. They have a few nice restaurants. This seems to be falling again. Let me see if I can up the angle here a little bit. How about that? Improve the angle a little bit. Maybe I got a better bicycle. There we go. Is that better? Okay, let's go. Anyway. So that's what's happening with vaccination. The government has told everyone as of yesterday to not open up anymore. As in restaurants, I'm talking about restaurants. But a lot of them were like, well, we need the money, we need to survive. Here's something else that's kind of bizarre, is that a lot of restaurants are apparently in Tokyo, I don't know where exactly, but they're getting like, I heard $17,000 a month. Is that possible? Maybe that's third hand. I'm gonna look that up. But they're not giving individuals like you and me another aid payment. They did give one aid payment. A few months ago, I think it was back in May, they gave every resident, including people like me, as in non-citizens, $1,000 each, including children. So children got $1,000 each. So my family got $4,000 from the government. Well, it's not $4,000 actually. 100,000 yen each. So it's more like $900 each. But only one. What do they call that? Stimulus payment? Aid? Whatever. But the thing about that payment is that, like America, they gave those payments out to people who didn't necessarily need it and were not necessarily suffering. A lot of people do need it. Oops. A lot of people are suffering now. But people like me in the education industry, we don't really suffer that many. Students still come. I mean, it hurt, you know. A lot of students did stop, especially the older ones, but especially people who teach only kids. Those kids didn't really stop coming. Most of them. So we cross here. Oh, cool. Crossing a major street here. Very rare. I usually have to stop. We're entering Nagoya now. This is basically downtown, all industrial here. So it was very badly planned out, badly thought out. All this money was just given out to everybody when it wasn't really necessary. They should have let people apply for it at least, I mean, and give you a reason. I do know that some people, there were some, what do you call it, freelancers, who were able to get $10,000 instead of $1,000 because they claimed to be completely independent freelancers and their whole business was affected. The way it worked was you would submit, you can pick any month from last year, from 2019, and show that salary, and then they would give you a prorated amount based on whatever that salary was. So a lot of people submitted their best salary, their best month. And you know, if you're a seasonal worker, then your salary depends on the month. Like a YouTuber, I don't know how YouTubers, professional YouTubers did. But December is the best month for all YouTubers. January is the worst. So if you were to submit pay stubs from December, so to speak, pay slips, whatever, your income from December, you'd be able to claim a lot more than if you submitted it from January. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying, the government's badly run. Of course, probably in every country is like that. There's too much bureaucracy stopping governments from responsibly doling out the money to the people who need it. Long story short. Entering Fushimi now. And what's the time look like? 45, 50 minutes. I'm fine. I should be at school now. I'll be a little bit late. Try to be there 15 minutes before my first class, but there we go. we go. There we go. Let's over this way. Let's go up on the sidewalk a little bit. The laws of Japan concerning the sidewalk are, if the sidewalk is 2 meters across, bicycles can ride it. Otherwise, bicycles are supposed to be on the road. If the sidewalk is less than 2 meters across, you're not supposed to use it. But people do. People are pretty vague about they're pretty, I don't know. How about this? The bicycle laws are vaguely enforced. Let's take a left here. Let's get off the main road there. So the distance between Fushimi, the way it works is you have Nagoya Station, then Fushimi, then Sakai. And Sakai is like the center of Nagoya. All the stores are. Nagoya Station is mostly just, there's a lot of business there too. I guess Sakai is the nicer area with a huge. Oh, there's shopping malls there too. Fushimi now though. Anyway, it goes Nagoya, Fushimi, and then Sakai. I live past Nagoya Station, and I work in Sakai. On the old bicycle, it's a 40-minute trip. On this bicycle, it's more like a 25-minute trip. It's pretty fast. I'm taking it really easy today, really slow because of the camera. But people, as you can tell, people just go against traffic all the time. I try to go with traffic. If you had to stop, my stop or his stop. We're supposed to obey the rules, but most bicycles are kind of special. Anyway, it looks like COVID. I feel like COVID is going to get better after this one more big bumper we're facing right now. I think we've got one more big, unhappy couple of months in the future. But after this winter, I'm hopeful that we'll get out of it. We'll be finished with it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit overly optimistic. I learned a new word the other day that I did not know. I was surprised. Don't overestimate yourself, which is jibun o kai kaburu na. So in this case, I would replace it with COVID o. COVID, by the way, here in Japan, they still call it Corona. So let's say Corona. Corona o kai kaburu na. Don't overestimate. No, don't. Kai kaburu na. Actually, don't overestimate Corona. No, that's not true. We should overestimate Corona. We don't underestimate. I don't know how to say underestimate. Here, I gotta look that up. Overestimate is kai kaburu. What would underestimate be? I know. How about Japan? Don't overestimate Japan's health. Japanese economy. So that Japanese lesson was a failure. We'll figure that out. Anyway, mostly this video is a test of this tripod. These crows. Crows everywhere. Did you know that crows like to nest in the woods? The crows are like salarymen. They come into the city to work. They go up to eat food. Then when they're done, they go back to the country, to the woods, to sleep. That's where their little houses are. I live near the river also. One side of me is the Nagoya Station, the other side of me is the river. And on the river there are a lot of trees, and at night you can, if I go jogging there in the morning along the river, see all the crows along the river just waking up. Here we go. Well, here we are coming up to the Sakai now, just entering the Sakai area. This is like also very expensive part of Nagoya, but not the top 7. I think it's the top 10 actually. Top 10 most expensive neighborhoods. But surprisingly, the rent is not that bad. It's gone down quite a bit. Anyway, I'm thinking if I were you, I would prefer to have the camera turned around so you can see what I'm seeing. That is not the case here. So apologies for that. There will be other videos though. I've been feeling a little bit creatively blocked, constipated recently. But you know, you just gotta get out there. So I'll put out this video. I'm working on these iPhone 12 videos that I think really interesting, but I'm not sure how to arrange them. I've taken so many tiny videos, short videos with my iPhone 12. Whoops. Sorry guys. I've taken a bunch of videos of little things, 1 minute videos, 2 minute videos of just little interesting things that have happened here, you know, in my daily life, and I haven't been able to upload them, so I don't know exactly, you know. It's like they're too short almost. What do I do with them? I don't know. I might do some kind of compilation, but the problem is I feel like a compilation should have a name, right? I'm not sure what that's called. Yeah, we'll see. Oops. Green light. Not yet. Okay, now it's red light. There we go. Alright, thanks for watching. I do appreciate those of you who still tune in for these laundry videos. Videos about nothing really, but right now I'm just testing out the equipment, you know. This serves as my mask when I go into a building like that. In case someone has questions about that. There we go. Okay. We have arrived at our destination. Thanks everyone. You guys have a great day. And I'll see you all soon. Picture out. Good picture out. It's cold as hell. Oh, why is it green? There we go.
Bye bye.